Hello, health champions. So many people are finding benefit from fasting, and they're finding that it's so easy to drink, and we're kind of used to having ever take didn't wake up to balance by having 12 to 14 hours for most of human history, and that's how a lot of these problems are avoided. Then what a lot of people find when they need to reverse the process is that there's really not much need to eat breakfast. So if you skip that, you have your first meal at noon and dinner at 8, you have 16 hours. If you have dinner a little earlier, you have 18 hours. So it's not really that strange. And what most people find is that this is not even just easy, but it's so easy that they don't understand why they would ever not do it, or why they would start having 3 meals or snacks or anything like that. So let's talk about fat storing versus fat burning and how we get back.
When it comes to health, weight of course is not everything, but since there are so many health complications from being overweight or obese, it's safe to say that Japan, with an obesity rate of 3.5%, is generally healthier than America, with an obesity rate of 30%. Japan isn't perfect. It has found itself on the 2012 top 50 list for cancer rates, but it comes near the bottom of that list at rank 48, while America is at rank number 6. I'm contrasting Japan with America simply because these are the two countries I've lived in. Last time, I argued that convenient access to reasonably healthy food in Japan helps people stay thin. But what else contributes to health? In my last video, a lot of comments pointed out that in Tokyo, you end up walking everywhere, which is true and should help people stay lean. Also,
walk over there.
Walking while eating is generally frowned upon, so more walking and less snacking. Public transportation here is impressively convenient and reliable. If you're traveling around Tokyo, your destination is almost within a 20-minute walk from that area's train, subway, or bus station. However, this is just Tokyo. Such a population-dense part of Japan with highly organized public transportation, unsurprisingly, has the lowest rate of car ownership in Japan. What's interesting is that the average body mass index doesn't change too drastically prefecture to prefecture. And higher car ownership doesn't particularly correlate to higher body mass index. That said, more walking surely helps people stay leaner and healthier, but it's just one piece of a bigger puzzle. Next, the portion sizes in Japan are definitely smaller. Here's what some typical lunches look like. When I first came to live in Japan in 2010, I remember always being a little disappointed with the size of the meals. Of course, bigger portions and even all-you-can-eat places are available, but since food is more expensive here, I had to just get used to eating less food. In 2014, people spent on average about 13.5% of their income on food, which is more than twice what people in America spent. In 2013, 3,682 calories were consumed per person per day in America, but it was only 2,726 calories per day in Japan. So Japanese people typically spend more money for less calories. Although, cheap calories from the sugar in soda is probably a factor here, as Americans consume more than 5 times the amount of soda Japan did in 2011. Next, the type of food being eaten here is of course different. You may have noticed in the clips I just showed that everything comes with rice. The Japanese diet is by no means low carb. But while Japan and America eat about the same amount of the 2 grains wheat and rice combined, Japan eats about half as much wheat as America.
Oh my god.
Cutting out wheat or gluten is usually suspected to be only a fad, but gluten, found in wheat and not rice, has been shown to have some unique properties. This 2012 Brazilian rodent study, for example, found that putting just 4.5% wheat gluten in the diet increases body fat, inflammation, and insulin resistance. Work by Dr. Alessio Fasano and his team has shown that the gliadin protein of gluten, through the stimulation of a protein called zonulin, opens up the spaces between the epithelial cells in your gut. This allows gliadin fragments to leak through the gut into the bloodstream, provoking an immune response and inflammation. However, since the reaction to gluten differs person to person, and the science is relatively new and complex, It's hard to say by what degree wheat is worse than rice or how much wheat is too much. Next is the regular consumption of fermented foods in Japan. Elia Mechnikov, winner of the 1908 Nobel Prize in Medicine, was the first to propose the theory that lactic acid bacteria are beneficial to human health. He suggested that oral administration of cultures of fermentative bacteria would implant the beneficial bacteria in the intestinal tract. As research on the gut microbiome develops, the health effects of certain gut microbes and bacteria are becoming clearer. A transplant of the microbes from one overweight woman to another woman caused the receiving woman to become obese.
What?
And it's been found that transplanting microbes from a confident mouse to an anxious mouse will make that anxious mouse more confident. It's estimated that there are 500 to 1,000 species of bacteria just in your gut, and it's important to take care of the right species of these bacteria. There's even research showing that certain microbes produce certain neurotransmitters. And fermented foods are supposed to support the microbes that we do want to have. Plenty of fermented foods have been part of the Japanese diet for a very long time. There's natto, soy sauce, miso, fermented fish, and tsukemono, which is pickled vegetables. Kimchi, a fermented food traditionally from Korea, is also widely available in Japan. Fermented foods like these are very easy to find at the supermarket, and it's common to get a side of Japanese pickles with your meal. The next point is balanced meat consumption. In 2017, total meat consumption in the US per capita was 98.4 kilograms, where 51.4 kilograms of meat were consumed in Japan. American people per capita ate only 7 kilograms of seafood in 2015, while Japanese people ate 27.3 kilograms of fish and fish products in 2014. If the meat everyone was eating was antibiotic-free grass-fed meat, high meat consumption might not be a bad thing.
No.
But in any case, we can agree that a higher fish intake is generally good for you. And I don't think it would surprise you to hear that it's really easy to get fish wherever you are in Japan. But there's another kind of balance that might be a factor. It's the muscle meat to organ meat ratio. Organ meats have not usually been much of a component in the American diet. During World War II, people were encouraged to eat organ meats as part of the food rationing effort. Articles like this one in this 1943 issue of Time magazine sold organ meats as highly nutritious and explained how to cook them. The effort had some success in changing people's views on organ meats, but the effect didn't last much longer than the war itself. This is unfortunate because, as the Time magazine issue shows, organ meats are rich in certain vitamins that muscle meat is not. And glycine, an amino acid found in skin, cartilage, and connective tissue, has several important health benefits, from being an anti-inflammatory to improving skin elasticity, improving insulin response, and it has been shown to ameliorate oxidative stress and lower blood pressure. This study found that you could get a 30% increase in lifespan in rodents by restricting methionine, an amino acid found in muscle meat. Or you could get a 30% increase in lifespan by supplementing glycine. Glycine supplementation also reduced fasting blood sugar, fasting insulin, and even triglycerides. So it looks like the potential negative effects from eating too much muscle meat can be counteracted by simply consuming more of things like skin, cartilage, connective tissue, and bone broth. Now, in America, you can surely find organ meats at some supermarkets, but in my 20 years in America, organ meats were rarely on the menu, though chicken skin is easy to find. Over in Japan, organ meats aren't eaten every day, of course, but they are more common. You can find them at the supermarket or at barbecue places, and horomonyaki places specialize in organ meats. You can also get them on skewers at yakitori places. Pork is a big part of Okinawan cuisine, and they don't waste much of the animal. Another thing is green tea consumption. Green tea has been found to have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and anti-cancer effects, as well as blood sugar lowering effects thanks to the catechins in it. Though I'm betting green tea being healthy isn't new information to you. Back when I lived in the States, the reason drinking it didn't become a habit was that it was simply annoying to have to buy it at the supermarket and then come home and make it. Here, pretty much any restaurant serves it, sometimes for free, and you can always buy it from one of the many vending machines prevalent throughout the country. What might be an even bigger benefit from regularly drinking green tea and other teas is that it keeps people from drinking sugary sodas. Here, I rarely see people drinking soda with their meal, but I see people drinking tea all the time. One last point is the food being served to young children. In Japan, school meals are planned out by a nutritionist, cooked mostly from scratch from local ingredients, then served in the classroom by the students, and eating manners are taught by the teacher. The only drink allowed is milk, so students can't be drinking juice or other sweet drinks. The meals aren't always perfect, but they're a lot better than what I remember getting from the cafeteria in grade school in the States.
Yeah, like chicken nuggets and shit. Fake meat.
There's plenty more things about Japan I haven't mentioned here. Some that I even expected to be bigger determinants of health, like the consumption of processed foods, sugar, and processed corn, seed, and soy oils. In short, it seems that people in Japan eat a lot more food, rather than food-like products. Japan's food culture has contributed a lot to health over here, and I expect more could be learned from looking at other countries' food environments. This video was sponsored by Audible, which is something I use almost every day. I've gotten a lot of comments before asking about my research process, and honestly, most of it is just reading all the time and taking notes. Most of my reading is actually listening to non-fiction books on Audible. I usually set the playback speed to twice as fast, and when I come across a bit that sounds important, I use the bookmark function to leave a note so I can come back to that point later. Of course, Audible isn't just for non-fiction. They have an unmatched selection of all kinds of audiobooks, original audio shows, news, comedy, and more. I particularly enjoyed the book Missing Microbes by Dr. Martin Blazer. The book came in handy while working on my last video on the microbiome, and it was just a really interesting and enjoyable listen about the repercussions of using antibiotics too much. If you'd like to check it out, go to www.audible.com/whatI'veLearned or text what I've learned to 500 500 to get an exclusive 30-day free trial and 1 free book.
Why drink butter coffee?
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Eric Surf 6. Welcome to another episode of Eric Mealtime. In this one, we are doing a massive collection of vending machines. Again, we're out in Saitama Prefecture, Japan, and these are some brand new ones right behind me here. Let's have a look. This is basically a refrigerator vending machine. It sells gyoza, different types of gyoza. So let's have a look.
What?
Three
Gyoza?
types. They've
That's
got
like
the Genki gyoza, which means it's going to make you feel happy. This one is yomogi, which is more vegetables, and then stamina gyoza here. That's going to have the garlic and stuff. It takes 5 coins, 100 yen coins. Okay, here we go. 1 stamina gyoza coming up. Gyoza are like dumplings, Chinese dumplings.
that's what they are.
You eat gyoza with usually ramen. There we go. There it is, stamina. It's going to give me lots of stamina. That's right. Show you the bottom too. The bottom, these are bigger packages for 500 yen, just 1 coin. But they didn't have the stamina, right? There's no stamina. Enter the sweet potato machine. Looks like it comes in a bag or it comes in a can. And this is 500 yen. Okay, and I guess you just push, it's random. I guess you just push anyone. So they all say they're hot, 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 hot. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's me. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like a hot cup of coffee, doesn't it? That's what you think it is, right? But no. Interesting. There's the sweet potato right there. Very interesting. It says yaki imo. So it's a baked yam, baked sweet potato.
No.
Get right into it. Oh, and
a
you
macro.
put the cans here to be recycled.
Of course.
There it is. You get 2 of them, it looks like.
Baked yam.
Oh, that's so creamy on the inside. It's cooked just right. Super, super sweet. It's almost honey-like. And the skin is very soft. Typically the skin is usually hard, which actually I like it better that way.
All you can eat strawberries.
Yes.
Yep. We have found the place. Yes, we have. Oh yeah, so you get 20 minutes to eat all the strawberries that you can. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I forget what it is. I'll be done in probably 5 minutes. This one for sure.
Yummy. Wow, that's really sweet.
Ooh.
There we
They're
go.
sweet? I thought he was gonna say they were sour.
Juicy.
No!
Is this ripe enough?
Thank God.
Yes, it is. But the more red they are, the better they taste, for sure. Yeah, more sweet. So I actually have a video on YouTube where I eat a bunch of strawberries. I think it's like 2 minutes long. And that video has 25 million views. Unbelievable. That's all I did was just eat strawberries. Kind of like I'm doing now. It wasn't entertaining at all. It was like the most boring video ever. And I wasn't even going to put it on YouTube. And I just said, oh, I'm going to do some push-ups at the end. That'll make it interesting. Which it didn't really, but it was the strawberries that sold it. 25 million. There'll be a link up there if you want to have a look at it. But it's really boring. You just watch me do it here. It's the same thing. Although I didn't have this. Here's a difference. Oh, here's a really red one. This is the reddest one of them all. This one has got the perfect color. Yep. It doesn't taste that good. Kind of mushy. Here's a Whopper. The size of this guy. I'm gonna dip this one in the sauce here. What do they got? They got like a... This is like a milky sauce.
What?
It's horrible because it's really super sweet. The Japanese love it. Yeah, they call it Ichigo Milk. Strawberry milk. Oh, it's like a pudding. That's really good, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo. Best day of my life? No, the best day of my life was when I made that strawberry video. And it got 25 million hits. Oh my gosh. I have found a brand new vending machine. This one sells Motsunabe right here. Motsunabe is a pork type of meat. And then here's a picture down here. And it's the intestines, the pork intestines. It's delicious. It comes with these beautiful onions, right? The stir-fried onions with, there's some greens, onions on it as well too. It's a really popular dish in Japan. So you buy the bag in here, and then you can go into the restaurant and they'll prepare it for you. So pretty cool. Yeah, or you can take it home and you put it in the microwave. You're good to go. But ready to eat, Motsunabe. This is a first. I'm excited about this, actually. Yeah, I guess you just push any button. Oh, I see. Oh, so there's two different types. You can get 1 kilo on the top. No way would I ever eat that much. That's nuts.
A kilo?
But this one, 300 grams, I could probably do this. So here we go.
Oof, fuck yeah.
There it is. It says Mishima. There it is. There's the goods. Guess you dispose of here. And yeah, that's meaty. Some carrots in there. Oh, thick chunks of pork. There's a mushroom in there. What is that? Oh, there's konyaku. Let's go out and cook it up. So we're inside the restaurant, and hopefully they can cook this up for us. I think they offer that service. Yeah. Cheers to you, team. Get some. Oh, it's a spiked lemonade. That's what it is. Oh, it's refreshing. They actually sell this in a can. Canned chuhais. It's really good. So we got the hibachi all set up here. It's got the charcoal in it, and then the vent right above it to suck up the smoke. Goes all the way. Look at that. Goes all the way. Follow it. Quite a system in here, huh? It's all linked together, and then it puts it all out somewhere. Goes out there. Oh, and you have those ones over. You have the counters too. Those go up. So it's a separate vent out over there. Anyway, let's open this up. He's given us a saucepan to put it in. And there might be some onions coming, possibly, if we're lucky. But as is, you can eat this. It's the way. It's got everything in it already. We get it all. We get all those juices out of there. And there it is, the motsunabe. It's looking pretty good. I don't wish you guys could smell this. Yeah, this is pork hormones. I do not wish you guys could smell this. There you go. Try to put it in the sun there. Out of the shade, out of the shadow. So we also ordered some side dishes here. We got some edamame Japanese peanuts, lightly salted on the outside. Oh, nice and warm. The best. You can buy these frozen in your supermarket and you just boil them up, put a little bit of salt on them. They're awesome. We have some kimchi right here. We ordered some other meats too. I ordered a little bit of beef because the hormone might gross me out. So definitely have to have some other stuff. This is pretty standard Japanese barbecue. You're gonna get some kimchi and some namudu, mixed vegetables, which is, it's a Korean base, bean sprouts, but some pickled vegetables here. It's good stuff. This is in a sesame oil, so everything's seasoned already. Oh, this is scallions for the motsunabe. This goes on top of the motsunabe. Let's try the kimchi. You guys like kimchi? It's good stuff. Fermented cabbage. Oh. No two batches taste alike. Every time you have it, it's gonna be a little bit different because of the fermentation process. Pickled daikon radish. Greens. Oh, it's got that sesame oil, and then the bean sprouts. Moyashi. All right. How's the motsunabe going? Oh yeah, it's cooking down. Oh, look at that. And I got it from a vending machine. This came out of a vending machine. Oh.
Nice.
All right, back on the fire. A few more minutes here. Okay, the motsunabe looks ready. Yes, it does. And we're gonna put in the scallions here, definitely. Nice.
Looks so good.
Should we hit it with some red pepper chili flakes? Yes, we shall. All right, here we go. Pork hormone soup, otherwise known as motsunabe, a very popular dish in Japan. Did we mention that it came from a vending machine? Yes, it did. Oh, okay. I mean, it's good, but you got to get past the smell. It's got a, I don't know what it is. Let's do the konjac. The konjac I can do. The carrot. The carrot I can do. The daikon radish, well, it's going to be really hot. I think I can do.
Oh, I need to, okay, probably. Let's check.
The motsunabe hormones. Gotta go for another bite. Just to be fair, gotta go twice. The texture is really nice. It's really nice, tender meat. I'll say that, but it's the smell I can't get past. It's just, it's got this stench to it. But other than that, this is really good stuff. The Japanese love this. And if I eat it more often, I'll probably feel the same way. Okay, since we've got this beautiful barbecue, we've ordered some other side dishes here. These are called komotsu ebi. They're carrying children. Yeah, eggs. That's right.
What?
Don't think I've ever had these before. You get 6 of them because they knew I was coming. They gave me 6. That'll work. And let's see, there's room for something else on here too. Regular karubi short rib beef.
And this is looking really nice. I like these thick pieces. Very nice. Got some nori soup here, service that he just brought it out to us. So we ordered a bunch of stuff. It's kind of nice.
Cool.
It's not miso soup, it's a light, salty soup. And it's hot, hot, hot. I think we got straight from my fill in my hat too. I'm gonna do this. That's better. Correction, this is not nori, this is wakame. Nori is the dried seaweed. I always mix those up. I don't know why. I do know the difference. Sauce is something I've never seen before. This is kikkoman, all-purpose seasoning. Of course, it's shoyu based. It's a shoyu company. It's going to be flavored shoyu, and you can add salt, pepper. You can add garlic if you want. Garlic powder. You know, whatever you want to do. It's all good. It's all good. All right, we're already coming off the Barbie here. These bad boys are finished. Look at that! Look at that! Woo, we got a tail on fire. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. This actually smells really nice compared to the previous dish. The motsunabe. Just the way things are. Sometimes you have to acquire the taste for some things, and I'm constantly working on that. Let's try the shrimp first. You gotta peel it, or you can just go for it. You can suck the miso out if you want. The shell is pretty soft to touch, so I'm gonna just eat it like it is.
Out of all of them, are they gonna go for that one?
That extra calcium. Oh yeah. Oh, all kinds of flavor there. I can taste the eggs. The tail is a little bit on the hard side, but the body itself is okay. And this kikkoman sauce, oh my gosh, this is good. Flavored soy sauce, very nice. Got a tanginess to it. Let's try the meat. I'm gonna drench it in this sauce. This is beef, short rib. A bit on the tough side, say that. A bit chewy. This piece is a little more fatty, a little more tender. Got some different cuts. Oh, this is good. And this sausage is banging. Oh, the fatty pieces are so good. Now we're doing the vegetable course here. We got a couple different types of green peppers. We got pumpkin. We've got shiitake mushrooms. We've got nasu, which is eggplant. We got a couple different kinds of onions. Yep. The onions take the longest. Shishito. Let's try this pepper. Not too spicy of a Japanese pepper. These are my favorites. Oh, they got seeds.
Oh shit.
Soft seeds. Like a jalapeno, but without the spice. Much better than a boring bell pepper. Or piman, as they say in Japanese. My favorite is the squash, or Japanese pumpkin. Works great on a barbecue. Nice and soft. Let's go for a shiitake. This one's cooked well because you can tell it's reduced in size. These I pulled off too soon probably, but no problem. You can throw them back on if necessary. Oh, definitely. These need to go back on a little bit longer. What else have I not tried? The onion is good. Cannot lose with onion on a barbecue. And the long onion, which is even better than a regular onion. Wait, I'll take that back. Round onion, much sweeter. These onions are more bitter, but they're both interesting. And the last thing we have here is eggplant. And I'm not sure how I feel about eggplant on the barbecue. I will let you know. It's okay. And the reason I say that is because eggplant is prepared amazingly in Japanese restaurants when you order it. It just can be done so many amazing ways. Now it is time to try out the gyoza. I'm just gonna eat one or two of these, and I'm gonna cook it on the barbecue, which isn't what you're supposed to do. But yeah, so here they are. They've thawed out.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait to the end because they were frozen at first. But, yep, came from a vending machine. Why do I have to keep saying that? You saw it, it came out of the machine. It's got a Ziploc bag, that's kind of nice. And we will just go fishing in here. And there it is.
Oh, the
gyoza?
Oh,
These are
gyoza.
the most popular ones in Japan. A lot of shops sell stamina gyoza. Whatever stamina means is going to give you energy, I guess, is kind of the idea. Gyoza is typically done with shoyu and some other things that we don't have here, but I think the garlic powder would be nice. And I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. And then the red chili flakes. That's good. That's the perfect sauce. This is a preview of the dessert. We're gonna mix this in as well too. This is a plain, like a yogurt type of dish. It's more of a custard or a, I don't know my desserts at all. I don't know my desserts at all. And the camera person is not happy with that move right there. Not at all. Doesn't really mix too well, does it? Okay, these need to be flipped. Okay, barbecue gyoza. This is a first. It's typically barbecue is done in a fry pan.
Really? Oh my god.
So, yeah, with oil and stuff. But we're improvising here. Instead of having to take it home and prepare it, I thought, well, I just throw it on the Barbie. Okay, and we are coming off the fire into the sauce, which is definitely boss. This has got dessert in it. This is the worst looking, most despicable gyoza I've ever seen in my whole life. You never know till you try it. That's what it looks like. Let's keep it together, the one bite style. Always safe to blow on it a couple times, just in case the inside is sizzling. Oh. Dessert-like. Oh my gosh, it's good. So good, we're gonna save the second one for the camera person. Oh, no, camera person is waving it off. I will be glad to oblige. Notice how my sauce is melted because of the heat of the gyoza. I have created a master sauce here, if I don't mind saying so myself.
I don't mind saying so much.
The camera person waved off food. That's a first, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. And the second piece is even better. Bring on the dessert. This is a Japanese style milk preen or milk pudding. Blueberries and strawberries. That's the fruit that they got around here. Going in. Oh. It is milky. Very different than a custard preen.
Ah, shit.
I might just have to finish all this up for myself. Oh, the cameraman raised the eyebrows. That was a no-go. I am done. We got the big major eyebrow rise. That would have been bad news. So now it is time to rate this meal. Overall, the motsunabe was not my cup of tea. Not at all. Very stinky meat. I was starting to feel a little queasy after that, but then the beef kalbi brought it right back, and all the vegetables and stuff. It was definitely a hearty barbecue here. Eat it at your table. I love this kind of style of place. So, really fortunate that the guy that owns the restaurant has put the machines outside of his stores, and he invites you in and he'll cook it for you. That's really cool. Or you can cook it at your table, either way. So on my rating scale, I'm gonna go 5 out of 6. It's a nom. Oh, nom, I'm sorry, it's nom. I don't even know my own scale anymore. Because I'm gonna be changing my scale, more on that in the future. But for now, 5 out of 6 stars. I wanna thank you guys for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And as always, I look forward to reading your comments. We shall see you in
UFC pound for pound, Kamaru Usman fight Saturday. He talked to Max Kellerman on Saturday. He said he'd be interested to fight you in the future.
Baby.
Can UFC pound for pound, Kamaru Usman fight Saturday. He talked to Max Kellerman on Saturday. He said he'd be interested to fight you in the future.
Baby.
Everyone laughs.
Hello, health champions. How is it possible that even though food is the thing that keeps us alive, millions of people get healthier when they don't eat for a few days? What are the mechanisms for that? How does the body change and cope and adapt when we don't eat? A lot of people have heard that fasting is good for weight loss, but they're still concerned because there's so much conflicting information out there. So today, I wanted to explore these mechanisms of fasting in a little bit more
All right,
detail to really help you
See you later,
understand
man.
what happens